I have for you, when we look at this and we see the latest trove of documents that have been released, we've seen new names added to the list of those who seem to have had interaction with Jeffrey Epstein after he was known to have been convicted and the trouble he had been in. Leland, how much of this can we actually weigh at face value because some information has been taken back and further redacted, some information has been released? Should we just look at it at face value or still wait to recognize it? There's so much we just don't know.
Well, both can be true at once, right, Nick? That number one, anyone who had interaction or was currying favor with Jeffrey Epstein after his guilty plea in the early 2000s for engaging in sex trafficking with minors is shameful. I mean, they need to look inward upon themselves and realize that they put their own personal, political, or financial ambition ahead of just the most basic of common human decency, which is you don't interact with child sex predators.
Step up to the table and prove your skills with 8-Ball Pool, the world's #1 billiards app. Find your angle, trust your aim, and sink the shot to win the match. Climb the leaderboard against millions of real players worldwide and stack coins to unlock custom items from the pool shop. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, every rack is a chance to level up. 8-Ball Pool, the world's #1 billiards app. Download now and play for free.
Fridays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. IndigoSkyCasino.com for promotional details. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
My biggest fear in the middle of my addiction was that I would never be able to get over it and that my kids wouldn't have a father. I started thinking, you know what? This isn't my story. For the longest time, fear held me back from ultimately being who I wanted to. I had to become a better man to be a better father. It's important to me that my kids are empowered and truly believe that if they can think it, they can do it.
Welcome to the only podcast that I know of that starts with two meteorologists actually loosening their tie.
You guys don't know what it's going to be an hour.
He'll say, nope, time to roll the window back up.
Watch Two Dudes in a Doppler, Thursdays at 12:30 on Ozarks First Plus.
I have to try to say as many of these song titles on air that we can in the next week.
These are just swells that are generated by these tropical systems, and they hit the coastline.
We'll have to wear this tie on air. You already got the tie ready to go.
There are a lot of temptations facing young people today, like electronic cigarettes and skateboarding. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes. This can lead today's youth to a lifelong addiction and severe lung damage. Recall and consider the facts before making a poor decision.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
Love the hustle, Cliff. Who are you?
Your lungs.
We're quite proud of you.
Even though you quit smoking years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay. Well, with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable.
Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here?
Biologically, no.
Okay.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
O'Reilly, host of the No Spin News, BillO'Reilly.com. Bill, it is good to see you as always. 20 years later, has anything materially changed in the immigration debate?
No, it's good to see me waxing my friend Geraldo Rivera 19 years ago. And just so people don't understand what that debate was about, we were talking about criminal aliens. We were talking about people who were allowed in this country who killed Americans. And the case that was Geraldo and I were speaking about was a drunk driving case. The guy should not have been here. Intoxicated, kills an American. Geraldo goes, no, it's not fair to point that out because you're demonizing the peaceful people, which is exactly where we are today. I thought this was all going to end when Barack Obama became president. because Mr. Obama, as we've run on News Nation and other networks, was very, very against the open borders and amnesty for undocumented migrants. He made it quite clear that was not going to happen under his term. Not a peep from the Democratic Party. No dissent. Nothing. In fact, about 39 people died in federal custody. Immigrants died on the Obama watch. 39.
I don't want to correct you. I think that number is about 53. But yes.
Well, what I'm saying is directly, and there's a lot of indirect stuff. But whatever the number may be, it was high. And Barack Obama only got criticized when he separated families. And he got a little criticism for that, but not a lot. So then you flash forward to Donald Trump. And it's not about illegal immigration any longer. It's about finding an issue that will deliver the midterms to the Democrats. And the Democrats believe that the economy is a little too wobbly now. It could go Trump's way. And gas prices are coming down, all of that. But this one with the ICE, you can see it on television. There is brutality. There are mistakes being made. But step back. When you're hunting between 10 and 15 million people, there are going to be some mistakes. And people don't understand between a judicial warrant and a government warrant. They don't know that many of these so-called peaceful migrants, non-criminal migrants, have not shown up for their hearings. They don't know that. They don't know anything because the media doesn't report it. But the Democrats right now believe that they have an issue that will give them the midterms. And they're going to slam it. And that's what's going on with Epstein, too. They're fervently praying that something will arise from all of this Epstein thing so they can ram it down Trump's throat. And that's where we are in the news cycle. Isn't it pitiful? It really is pitiful.
Well, it's also sad. I don't think anything's going to come out of the Epstein files either way. We actually have some new reporting you won't hear anywhere other than News Nation coming up in the next block on Epstein. But I think if we just stick on this immigration debate, the obvious point would be, and I think I made this at the end of the monologue, is that there is a solution. Barack Obama, I guess, could have had some kind of, immigration reform. I almost said comprehensive immigration reform, which was what George W. Bush started saying back in the early 2000s. I was still in college. But then you go through Obama. Trump comes in 2017. There was not really a huge push to come up with some kind of compromise. I think what you're saying is that my monologue was right, is that for both sides, this was a great issue for Republicans in 2024. It's going to be what Democrats think is a great issue in 2026. That immigration is far more of a culture war issue that never is going to be solved than a policy issue that both sides should want to bring help to the American people on.
You could certainly have Congress pass new immigration legislation, and it's way overdue. 1952 is the last one. Cuomo makes this point fairly often, that both parties issue basically to their congresspeople and to their supporters, financial supporters, they issue bullet points, guidelines. And there is no push on the part of either party to get fair legislation into the House and Senate. None. The sticking point for the Republicans, and Bush the younger got waxed on this, he got blown out on this, is amnesty. They don't want it, they won't vote for it. And then if you say, well, we're going to give the migrants this, they go amnesty, amnesty, amnesty.
Amnesty, yeah.
On the Democratic side, it's changed a little bit. So under Obama, it was okay, enforce immigration law. We won't have sanctuary cities. We don't need that. But let's be humane. Okay, that's not a bad policy, but that has changed drastically. Now the far left that runs the Democratic Party says, no, everybody here, stays unless they commit a crime. Everybody stays. And with that kind of no amnesty to everybody stays, you're never going to get a deal.
Right. No, and there's no incentive for some kind of compromise, right? Because the fundraising and the way our primary system now is that if God forbid anybody on either side offers to compromise, then they're going to get taken out by the extremes of their parties. I just want to acknowledge you were saying that I made the point better than Cuomo did, right? Okay, thank you. Immigration is
whose show I'm on.
Okay. Thank you, Bill. Immigration is a top issue for voters. And I think this is an important point, right? Immigration ranks second only to the economy. You figured this out in 2005, right? Why is immigration, what is it a proxy for that has something that is so visceral for people, that is so emotional for people? And does that mean that no one's willing to compromise?
Conservative traditional Americans like the country the way it was in 1965.
Yeah.
I'm writing about that in my new book, Confronting America. They don't want a vast change where foreign nationals dominate the elections, the economy, whatever it may be. They want fair immigration. You go through the process. Certainly immigrants, everyone who's sane will admit, have contributed tremendously to this country. But the traditional conservative American doesn't want to be flooded. They don't want the zone flooded.
Right.
So that's the skepticism there. Biden destroyed any kind of compromise by his open border policy, which was so outrageous. So many people got hurt. We'll be dealing with the repercussions of that for decades.
Yeah,
now they're dug in. They're dug in on the conservative side. Now the liberal side,
I think they're dug in. They're dug in on the Republican side, on the Democratic side too, right? You know, you have the whole Grammys coalescing around Fight ICE. Yeah.
But a good Democratic leader could undig them. Conservatives, you're never going to dig them out.
Is that the word of the day, undig?
Extracted from their transient position. Because when you look at it, if you are going to allow every human being, and this is the beef I have with the Pope, all right? You cannot allow every persecuted, poor human being in the world to come to the land of opportunity. You can't. Because here in New York City, in California.
Right.
But let me make one more point. Let me make this point. California elected Ronald Reagan twice. 8 years of Ronald Reagan as governor. Never could have had today. Why? Because of all the new, mostly foreign voters who want government assistance. Reagan was not that guy. But back then, in the 1970s, California was a primarily white state. It is no longer. And the Democratic Party likes that.
Yeah, is that really being fair, though? I think the Democratic Party, certainly, if you look at who's out there protesting, and it's normally overeducated, underpaid, white liberal women. But there's a larger point. I'm not sure you're being fair here, because if you think about who moved towards Trump in the last election, it was immigrants. It was Latinos, significantly working class Latinos, because they were angry about illegal immigration and the Biden policies that you rightly point out. There's not a lot of Americans who are out there trying to get jobs by standing around on Home Depot corners and desperately just trying to work. I have friends in the construction business who cannot find legal workers to do work construction and work concrete pouring down in the heat in Texas and Florida during the summer. They say it doesn't matter how much they pay. No whites will show up. It's only the Hispanics. So is it really fair to say that it's just immigrants who want handouts?
The immigrants that came in or come in, most of them need government assistance. That's the point I was trying to make. Now, the reason Hispanic Americans broke toward Trump in the last election was because of a sense of fairness. They said, look, we did it the right way. We sacrificed. We got on the line. We did what we had to do. We obeyed the law, immigration law and every other law. So what's this? That was why they went over to Trump.
You really though say, I want You're saying that people come to America, though, that much of even the illegal immigration aren't people coming to trying to make a better life. They just want to come and get on the government dole.
Sure, no, they're coming to make a better life, but they need help. They don't speak the language. They don't have any skills.
My relatives didn't when they showed up.
They need help.
My relatives didn't, and they didn't
go
on the dole.
Well, there wasn't any of that. Well, there wasn't any dole when my people showed up from Ireland. You made it or you died. But now the Democratic Party and the left wing of it, which controls the party, is basically saying, look, the more we can get people hooked onto the government assistance band, the more votes we're going to get, because the mean Republicans, they're against that. And that is definitely in play. Yeah. Now, how much, it's hard to say.
Live from Ozarks First Plus, a rapid rundown of the local headlines, stories shared, viral videos, plus the features and facts before they hit your feed. You're watching The Daily Scroll with me, Bailey Stroll.
Hello, happy afternoon. Welcome to The Daily Scroll. We've got an animal lineup for you again today. It's either ice rescues or animals nowadays, it feels like. But hey, these stories are pretty good.
I was really worried that hawk story was another ice rescue, but...
No, this is a good one.
It's different.
This is a good one.
I swear.
Yeah, a couple of good local stories today. Well, the new Target is opening. Exciting news for people, especially that live on the west side of Springfield. We are getting a new Target, and not just a new Target, a massive, massive, new, innovative Target facility, okay? And we'll tell you the opening date and some other specs about this new Target store. Pretty exciting for folks that don't want to drive 20, 25 minutes to the old Target just to find out the parking lot is so packed you can barely get into it. And then there is something going on with Camden County officials and owls. I'm not sure what's going on up there in Camden County, but you're going to like this story and the pictures that come along with it. Not every day you get to see an owl close up in a picture, but from our community and an actual officer or a deputy holding that owl.
It's pretty cute.
And getting rescued, saving their life. So it's pretty cool. And then later on, we've got another raccoon in another liquor store. What is going on?
A weird trend.
And then a mini horse runs away, gets caught by none other than the police. You can maybe guess where this happened at. It's like one of those Florida man stories. Just gave it away.
Okay, I was like, what do you mean you could guess where?
And because I looked it up, and this has happened in Florida before.
Oh, well, yeah.
And then it's been cold out, so a newborn calf was brought inside to keep warm. I know, not unheard of, but these pictures are very cute, so you're going to want to see them.
You weren't really worried about the stories today. You just wanted cute pictures.
I want cute pictures, and I'm bringing cute pictures. Yeah. And these are all stories that you're probably not going to see when you're scrolling over the weekend. True. Scrolling on your phone.
A little more niche.
They are. Okay, so, and then do you have trivia for us?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay, coming through. Okay, well, let's do the local thread then. The new Target's been in the works for months and months now. At one time, we weren't even sure if this was happening because all signs led to a stall in the construction process, okay? But it's up and running.
Mike Landis has been following this, though, since...
Mike Landis has been
-1.
On top of this. And the poor guy, he doesn't come in till the afternoon. We got this this information on the opening date right before he got here, so he didn't even get to get the clicks on this one. Dang it, always happens like that.
But he wrote this one, don't worry.
He did write this one. He also has, I should have updated, 10 things you need to know ahead of the new Target store opening. Well, for those curious, I'm not going to gatekeep the date. March 15th. Not too far away.
Coming up.
And for those asking, Mike said a lot of people have asked, is the parking lot bigger? He said, yes, just by the looks of it, you can tell the parking lot is bigger.
Yeah.
One thing, did you know, I've heard this by many people, that Target parking lots are some of the only and always that are perpendicular parking.
What does that mean, Bailey?
That they're not at an angle where you can just kind of like in Walmart, you can just kind of like come in at an angle.
Oh.
And you have to like go in the right entrance and exits.
That does seem better.
When I was going through driver's ed, they told me we're going to Target because you need to learn how to perpendicular, like actually pull into a parking spot at a 90-degree angle.
So much harder. I know the one.
It is harder.
The one we have in town is just not big enough for the facility it has.
Yeah.
It has no room to grow. So I assumed that was why it was bad. But I guess maybe it's also bad because
it's the actual
spots themselves
spots,
are made
and it makes
weird.
it so you can come in and come out both ways. Like in Walmart, there's only one direction because
Sure.
you can't park in the opposite direction.
It just kind of
you know what I
naturally
mean?
creates a flow to it.
I'm thinking about these things. Been thinking about
Wow.
this since I turned 16 because somebody told me that in driver's ed. So this is going to be on West Sunshine, if you don't know, or Sunshine and West Bypass. There's also a new Olive Garden there. There's a Wendy's over there. There's going to be a new bank over there and something else that we don't quite know yet. Speculation that there might be a Kohl's or something like that coming to that area of town too, but that's way down the road.
Okay.
This was a $60 million development, 23 acres. It's the Sunshine Town Center. That's the new shopping mall that it's going to include all of those things. It's going to be open from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week and employ about 130 people or 180 people. Quite a bit. So if you're looking for a job,
Want to work at
it's
Target?
going to be brand new, down to the bathrooms.
You a big Target girl?
I am a big Target girl, not a big Target bathroom girl. They're just no.
I didn't know.
And I think a lot of women would agree.
Okay.
They're nasty.
Good to know.
They are nasty.
Note that.
It's going to be like a super Target, I think. Okay. Huge, 175,000 square feet. And
why go small?
They have 300 of these planned across the U.S. over the next decade. And at Springfield, this one is one of 30 that's opening across the nation just this spring.
Interesting.
It's going to have an expanded grocery selection, including produce, meat, and dairy. It will also offer Apple at Target, which is something new, an Apple store.
Oh, okay.
That's new, breaking news. A CVS pharmacy, which I don't think they have we don't have a pharmacy right now.
The other one? Okay.
The other one. And a Starbucks, of course. It will also have drive-up and order pickup areas, which is why when all that happened during the pandemic, and Target expanded at the other one, or revamped, we lost all the parking spots because they have to be pickup now.
Everything I learned now about that Target parking lot makes it worse and worse.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. And I don't you go to Target partially for the experience. I don't know who's picking up from Target. Like I can see picking up groceries from Walmart or
or
you're
not going to go
Hy-Vee
walk around Target.
Yeah, you want to walk
What are you
around.
buying from
Who's just going to
Target?
pull in the parking lot and wait for somebody to bring it out for you?
No, that's fair.
That's
I get
just
it.
me.
I get it.
Okay. Enough about Target. It's going to be the 4th in Southwest Missouri, I'll tell you that. And if everybody just wants to stick to the old one, that's fine. Because I will be going to the west side. So if you just want to leave it a little more
Stay out of the
empty
way.
for me,
Yeah.
it's fine. I will not argue with you there. Okay. What is up with all the owls in Camden County? They really do love them out there. They are dedicated to preserving this particular type of wildlife. We've got at least 4 owl rescue stories that we know of in the past few years. I think 3 of them just happening within the last few months. The latest happening during this winter storm. An Osage Beach Public Works crew saw an owl that had been frozen to the ground. Poor guy.
Oh.
And he was able to, get him thawed out, bring him in, call the Missouri Department of Conservation. They got there within minutes. They took care of the owl. The owl is all okay. But this is a slideshow of multiple pictures. Now, this one's from the most recent time. Look at that guy.
I was going to say, we also
He's
have
a cutie.
pictures on a website. Are they the same ones?
This is from the most recent time, yes.
Okay, yeah.
Look at him. Wow. It's almost like they're not real. You never get to see them up close like this.
Well,
Look at that.
Big eyes.
Beautiful eyes.
Crazy.
Incredible.
I'm just glad he didn't get trapped on a lake.
I know. Well,
That's been
that,
happening.
yes. That's true. We've been talking about that a lot. There it is in the car. And they said, okay, it relaxed. They let them take care of it. This owl, it might be stressed, but you wouldn't know it. They just, the owl just kind of like let himself be helped or herself. Quite the story. Okay, but this is not the first time we've had a story like this, not just in the Ozarks, but in Camden County.
Specifically owls.
And we're talking about, yes,
Camden County.
in the Osage Beach, Lake of the Ozarks area.
Who notices these things?
The
You, Bailey.
Yes, we all do. We work in news. You know, we point out the irregular, and this is certainly irregular. In mid-December, a Camden County deputy took in a young owl from a caller who had found it injured and then hooked it up with the Department of Conservation. So we have those pictures, too. The particular deputy had previously rescued 2 other owls while on duty in years past. This is Deputy Leon Austin. He rescued an owl in Camden County on December 3rd, 2023, after it was struck by a car near Highway 54 in Max Creek. The bird was taken to the Department of Conservation, later recovered, and was able to fly away on its own.
Oh.
So cute. There he is. This guy and his owls. The 3rd time in 3 years he's been able to rescue one of these guys. I have only seen an owl driving, and that's the only time I've seen one, is just driving when I see it, go from one tree to the next, or I come around a corner at night, my headlights flash on it in the woods.
Well, that's where you get the classic question. How many owls would you have to see in one day before you started to know something was up?
I've seen maybe 2 or 3 in my life.
Yeah, so if you saw 2 in one day, you'd be like,
and this
up.
guy's rescued like 3 in 3 years.
So something is up.
Something's up. I mean, he spends a lot more time on the roads than I do.
Yes.
In a rural area, but still, something's going on up there. And it's crazy to think, we know there are deer living in our woods. There are, different animals, critters living in our woods. It's wild to think that these beautiful creatures are just hanging out in the treetops of the Ozarks. It's one thing I can't really wrap my head around until you see a picture like that. Okay, when we come back, we're talking raccoons, a mini horse, and a newborn calf. They all walk into a bar. No, just kidding. Okay, we'll be right back.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you two.
Well, our heart attack was a wake-up call, but I still feel like we could do more to avoid another one.
Come on. I started eating kale. And I take statins.
Right, and we're hitting the gym, but I'm worried it's not enough. I just want him to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take sides, but you should listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
You were right. Our LDL-C is in a better place.
And so are we.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
Fridays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. IndigoSkyCasino.com for promotional details. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
Even the mighty might not see it coming. It's prediabetes, and it captures 1 in 3 adults. But you can escape. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test to know where you stand and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Be your own hero on smartphones everywhere at doihaveprediabetes.org.
A raccoon ransacks a liquor store We've heard about this at least twice in the last year. Now it happens again. Did you think it would happen again? Certainly I didn't. This happened in Carbondale, Illinois, at a liquor store called Carbondale Liquor. The raccoon just fell right through the ceiling. There you go. And then he just helped himself to whatever he could find. Some libations. We don't know if it passed out in the bathroom like the previous story.
Well, see, that one... See, I had to change the super. At first, I
Poor
had
guy.
raccoon breaks into liquor store.
Nope.
He just kind of fell.
Yeah, he didn't choose where he was going to land.
So I think that's why
Not
he
sure.
didn't get as drunk as the last one.
Yeah, I don't know if he actually got drunk, but he was getting chased there by a guy, it looks like. That is just wild. I want to own a store and have security cameras just to see this kind of stuff, because the amount of deer and raccoons and little critters getting into these stores, it just cracks me up.
The station could have had a raccoon break into it. We wouldn't know. It could have just...
No, we wouldn't, because we got to set up cameras. We need to set up a groundhog camera outside. That's what we need to. Which I haven't seen them recently, and I know they filled in one of their holes.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I've heard.
Absolutely
the war
heartbreaking.
on groundhogs here.
It shouldn't be a war. Let's just let them live. They've been here since I've been here.
You can plead
They're
your case.
huge. I've never seen a groundhog so big. I mean, it's groundhog heaven out here. But apparently, war has descended on their territory. Yeah, Monday. We'll see what it comes of it. I'm not holding my breath, though.
Okay.
Okay, next. A runaway mini horse has, get this, main character energy. Get it? Get it?
That was in the script like 5 times.
Yeah,
every time
I didn't
was like,
think of it
no.
myself. Way to call me out. A runaway miniature horse safely returned home after being found wandering near a road in Ruskin, Florida. This just happened a couple of days ago. We've got the body cam footage already from the deputy. You'll see her in a second. Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office calmly approaching the horse named Oreo. It's always named Oreo.
Always.
It's a black and white one like that, a little cookies and cream. Really is a little brown. I guess chocolate. She says, though, "Oh, I love my job." You can hear her saying that. What a beautiful baby you are. It really is. Yeah, if I knew this was going to happen to me at least once a week, I'd sign up to be a deputy.
Yeah. Do you get to ride them?
I would. I don't think you're supposed to ride
okay.
a miniature horse.
I just think if you're a deputy, you should get a horse.
Little
That's all
child.
I'm saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, but yes, a mini horse.
A mini horse. So it was returned back to its owner. All good.
All good.
Next, newborn calf brought inside in Kentucky so it wouldn't be out in the winter cold. Well, when they're a fresh little baby like that, you got to take care of them and look at it cuddled up. These little
Like a
calves,
dog.
they're literally dogs. They are just dogs. That's all they are. And if they're clean, why not let them inside? The calf's named Sally. The family worried she wouldn't make it through the night, so they brought her inside, warmed her up with a blow dryer, wrapped her up, and gave her plenty of cuddles.
Aww.
How freaking sweet. Oh my gosh. I just want that big head just sitting right on me. So cute.
Do you think it makes a noise like a cow? Just like a...
I don't know, but I hope it's just some cute little grunts like that. So sweet.
Just walking around your house.
I would be like, this is your home now. You're not going. You can't kick them back outside the next day.
Would you live on a farm?
I don't think I would.
Okay.
The smells. Like if the calf was
Yeah.
inside and we'd gave him a bath, then he's fine. He can stay, but not after being out in the
You'd have
out in the
anything as a
pasture.
pet. Okay.
People laugh when they hear we had a cow in the house, but honestly, it's pretty common for farm families. She says you've got bottles on the counter and a calf on the couch. It's just part of life out here. Yep. There's a quote. All right. Okay, and what's the trivia theme when we come back?
It is science and math. Your favorite.
Okay, we'll give it a shot. I'm not the best at math, but here we go. Trivia right after this. All right.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you two.
Well, our heart attack was a wake-up call, but I still feel like we could do more to avoid another one.
Come on. I started eating kale. Kale. And I take statins.
Right, and we're hitting the gym, but I'm worried it's not enough. I just want him to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take sides, but you should listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
You were right. Our LDL-C is in a better place.
And so are we.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
This is a story about the one. The one who looks to Grainger to make sparks fly. Getting it done right is a craft. It takes experience, the right material, and the right partner like Grainger with a wide range of professional-grade products. For the one, working hard means others can play even harder. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Fridays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. IndigoSkyCasino.com for promotional details. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
My opponent is completely disregarding almost half of my arguments which I responded to.
Communities must step up
Laws
and
alone
protest
cannot
against this
stop a
normalization.
bullet.
Well, I completely disagree.
Point of inquiry, do you guys even realize that the #1 killer of children and teens are gun injuries?
You're probably starting to realize now, this is not a debate.
There is no adult in this earth that wants children to die.
I worry for my kids.
Trivia.
Your favorite topics.
This is honestly the highlight of my week. I love being tested, and I love getting these right. Guessing and getting it right.
You did do well the last time we did science.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We all did well.
Yeah, we got 100%. So I expect that today, even though it's a little different.
Okay, give it to me.
How many degrees are in a circle?
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
360.
Wow. 1 for 1.
I got it. I was thinking temperature for a second.
Yeah. No. These are all, I feel like, questions you either you know it or you don't, which I guess is what trivia is. But there's no, I don't know. I think the ones we did before had a little bit of you could figure it out or suss it out.
Okay.
Which type of blood is a universal donor?
Oh, gosh.
I wondered if you'd know this. We're in a blood crisis shortage right now, so go donate blood.
I think it's...
Find out your own blood type. You could probably do it in the time.
Is there an AB?
I think there is an AB, if it helps.
O negative.
She switched immediately.
I switched it up. O negative.
That is correct.
Yes! I got it!
It was such a loop back, but yeah.
I had to think about it. That wouldn't be AB. No, it's O negative. Oh my gosh.
I always mix up.
Thank you, CBCO, for teaching me that.
I always mix up the O negative, O positive, which is a horrible mix up. Very different blood types. But
I think I'm O positive. I just figured that out the other day.
Are you positive? Okay. How many moons does Neptune have?
Oh, no.
I know. This is a really specific one. You just have to know it.
I know Saturn has 9. So Neptune should maybe have 9? 7?
So this says Saturn has 279.
Okay, then I'm going with 9.
It's 14.
14, okay.
Way closer.
5 off, dang it. All right. I'm okay with missing that one.
What is the largest bone in the human body?
Femur.
Yeah, most painful to break as well.
Don't put your seat too close when you're driving in a car, because that will snap it. Okay. Yeah, if you rear end somebody. Heard about that.
Experience.
Or it'll go right out your bum. Heard that.
We're moving on. How many pounds are in a ton? I always forget these.
2,000.
Is that right? Yeah, it is.
Hey!
I forgot. Apparently.
I always want to say 1,000, but nope,
yeah,
2,000.
Yeah. That's
okay, because if it's a 1-ton truck, it weighs 2,000 pounds.
2,000 pounds. Look at you go. What mineral can you add to water to make things float easier?
Salt.
Yeah.
I know that because of Epsom salt and those little hydro tanks.
Yeah,
the floating things, whatever they're called.
I know of it because of the Dead Sea.
Well, that too.
You just float in it.
You just float.
Because it's so salty.
Can't drown in the Dead Sea. Look at me.
I don't know.
That is not true. I'm sure you can.
Challenge accepted. No, I think But you can just
flip on your back. Flip on your back.
You'll be fine.
And
you should be fine.
There you go.
How many elements are on the currently on the periodic table? This is for my mom. She's yelling the answer at her screen.
Oh no! I'm gonna disappoint her. I don't know if I should go high 100s or low 200s. That's where I'm at right now. I'll say 194.
It is 118.
Oh, I was way off.
Should have gone the other direction.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's no chance. I could maybe name the first 5, and that's about it.
Can I pull up the periodic table for you? Yeah, if you just want to count these real quick.
Now, looking at that, I wouldn't have gone so high. Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely not 200. I wonder what it was, because it says currently. I wonder what it was like a couple years ago. I feel like this bottom
There's
section,
always more. Yeah.
The bottom green ones have changed out.
That actually gives me, like, PTSD thinking back to, like,
school.
Yeah, chemistry.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That was really rough times for me.
All right, we'll get that off the screen. All right, this one's pretty easy, I think. Which is faster, sound or light?
Light. No, wait. No. Light.
Sorry, I said it was easier. That's my bad.
Light.
Yes.
Okay.
It's light.
Woo.
Because
you see the flash and then you hear it. If there's an explosion or something.
Or lightning.
That's true.
You see the lightning. You hear the thunder.
That's the one. That's the one I was thinking of.
How many seconds it takes,
and miles.
And that's how far away and
I've
stuff.
heard that's pretty accurate.
Apparently
we should
it's
ask
one of those weird...
Jamie Warner about that.
Yeah,
I've heard
it's accurate on that. Also ask him the difference between freezing rain
and sleet.
Sleet. That's my favorite.
He's told me at least 10 times. I still don't know.
It's actually Matt Hefner. I like to ask him.
Okay, maybe he explains it a little bit easier, but
I don't know.
They never can give it to me just straight. You know.
I always talk in loops with them on purpose.
They do talk in loops.
No, I purposely
They know too much. That's the thing. They know too much.
And this is the last one I had. You run through these.
Because I'm so smart.
Score. We'll have
just
to look
don't
back. But
ask me chemistry stuff.
She gets scared at the
or
chemistry
math.
guys. Which astronomer gets a shout out in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Rocket Man. What? Oh wait. Oh no. Wait. Oh my god.
I don't even think is that even a line in Bohemian Rhapsody?
I'm so sorry. I saw the Elton John movie and I saw the Bohemian Rhapsody movies way too close together.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Just scratch that I ever said that. Is so embarrassing.
Yeah, there's 2 directions you could come at this question, and you chose
Galileo.
Yes.
Yes.
I like when you're really, really far away, and then you
Took me a second.
You loop back and somehow pull it off in the end.
My mind has like 2 things, like going straight to the answer, and then this one's like thinking about it a little, and then it gets it right, and then it gets it up a few seconds later.
If you had said any
So
line
silly
from
of me.
Bohemian Rhapsody or any astronomer, I would have been like, I see where she's headed.
I was
she's
thinking,
getting there.
I guess when I heard astronomer, I thought astronaut. And then I just went to Elton John for some reason. It's because of the movies. Their movies are like very similar, like
many biopics.
looks. The biopics. They get me. Okay, that's gonna do it. I had fun. Am I smart? I don't know. Okay, we'll see you tonight on the news.
So I'm sensing a bit of tension between you two.
Well, our heart attack was a wake-up call, but I still feel like we could do more to avoid another one.
Come on. I started eating kale. Kale. And I take statins.
Right, and we're hitting the gym, but I'm worried it's not enough. I just want him to ask our doctor about Repatha.
Normally, I don't take sides, but you should listen to your heart.
Repatha plus a statin dramatically lowers LDL-C by 63% and drops the risk of having a heart attack by 27%. Do not take Repatha if you're allergic to it. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Get medical help right away if you have trouble breathing or swallowing, swelling of the face, lips, tongue, throat, or arms. Common side effects include runny nose, sore throat, common cold symptoms, flu or flu-like symptoms, back pain, high blood sugar, and redness, pain, or bruising at the injection site.
You were right. Our LDL-C is in a better place.
And so are we.
Listen to your heart. Ask your doctor about Repatha.
Rice Krispies treats.
Chewy. Crispy.
Excuse me, Anna. Anna. We'll see you now. Treat your inner child.
Yay! Fridays from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Play for your chance to win up to $10,000 cash. IndigoSkyCasino.com for promotional details. Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
I feel sometimes that I'm not listened to. I feel that I'm not getting the attention that I need, and it's a lot built up in my chest. I would just want you to listen to me more often and evaluate situations with me and lead me towards success.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Hello and welcome to the big game. All season long, it's Big Game Bound. All of our Next Star stations.